Hey Jet fans, welcome back to another video on Jack Talks Jets. Today's topic is going to be about two rookies from last season that I could see how the Jets could utilize them this season and how I think they are going to utilize them this season. So the players that I'm going to talk about today, as you guys saw in the title and the thumbnail, is Isaiah Davis and MALACHI Corley. Davis being a running back, Corley being a wide receiver from last season. So I'm going to start with MALACHI Corley first. Just because I want to get him out of the way, then I really want to go in depth with Isaiah Davis because I'm really a true believer in Isaiah Davis this upcoming season. I want to get your guys' thoughts down below in the comments on your thoughts on how MALACHI Corley and Isaiah Davis, can be utilized by the New York Jets this season. So let me know down in the comments below. But let's get right into the content here. So let's start with MALACHI Corley. So as we all know, as all Jet fans know, maybe a lot of NFL fans know this as well, that MALACHI Corley really failed to produce this with the offense last season. A clear example is when he dropped the ball in the end zone against the Houston Texans on that jet sweep, I believe it was. He dropped the ball in the end zone. It didn't seem like he was disciplined all season. I heard he wasn't really that good in the locker room either. I'm not sure if this is confirmed. I'm just hearing it from some sources. Again, not sure this is confirmed. This is all that I'm hearing right now. So that's a bit of an issue again, especially for a rookie. You do not want to have that on your resume heading into your second season. Some people are even questioning if MALACHI Corley will even make the team next year, which is a little bit of a concern based off how poor he did last season with the New York Jets. And at this rate, I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't make the team just because of how much of a great training camp he would have to have in order to probably make the team. I mean, you have Garrett Wilson, you have Josh Reynolds, who's definitely going to be the wide receiver 2 this season. You have Alan Lazard, a veteran. You have Arian Smith, who's on the rising to be a good receiver in New York. Again, I don't really know. I believe I explained this in last video, or maybe a couple of videos ago. So I believe I explained it somewhere on the channel that I believe that Arian Smith, I'm not really a big believer in Arian Smith, especially when we first drafted him, but he's been growing on me the last couple of weeks, ever since OTAs, ever since the Jets started OTAs. He's really been growing on me. I wouldn't be surprised if Arian Smith really takes a leap heading into his rookie season here in the National Football League. So you have Arian Smith. You also have Xavier Gibson, who I don't really think is going to make the team this season, but he still has to compete with him. Tyler Johnson, a man who he signed off of the Los Angeles Rams on a 1-year deal. He's going to have to compete with him. So MALACHI Corley is going to have to do basically competing the entire summer this summer, which is going to take a toll on him a lot this summer, even heading into the regular season. My opinion, from all this competing and all this hard work during the summer, I believe it will pay off if he eventually, makes the team this season. I really hope the Jets can put a good role on him this season. So let's take a look at some of MALACHI Corley's stats from last season. As you could see here, you could see MALACHI Corley's stats from last season. 3 receptions for 16 yards, 0 touchdowns. His average was 5.3. And I know it doesn't say it on here. It says it right here, around here where my mouse is. 6 targets last season. I mean, again, half of it's not his fault because he only got 6 targets, but for the stats he put up last season, 3 receptions for only 16 yards is quite concerning, especially because, again, he was a rookie and he was expected to play a key role in the offense last season. He didn't produce anything, and the chances he did get, he blew them. So obviously he had no discipline last year when it came to play style. So it's going to be quite difficult, to say the least, to put MALACHI Corley in the right scenario with the Jets offense this season. So, I mean, here's the thing. If they really want Corley to become a playmaker on this team, then they must fit him to where he would play best. Because that goes for every player in the NFL. You have to fit them. Good coaches must realize where their players play best and put them there. That's the bottom line. That's what they have to do with Isaiah Davis as well. Breece Hall, Justin Fields, a perfect example. Fields was put in a pass-first offense in his last 2 teams with the Bears and the Steelers, and it didn't work out. I guess you could say the first 6 games with the Steelers, he was doing good in 4-2 record. Not bad for Justin Fields. I mean, I guess he had Mike Tomlin as a coach who is known for developing good quarterbacks, but again, he was still not in the right system. He ended up getting benched by Russell Wilson anyway. But now here with the Jets, I expect the Jets to run a run-first offense. I'm almost 100% certain that the New York Jets will run a run-first offense this season. And I think that's exactly what Justin Fields needs, especially because Fields has never really had a true offensive coordinator before. And Tanner Engstrand, who was a young and innovative offensive coordinator, could get the job done. Because in today's NFL, you need a young, innovative offensive coordinator in the NFL, especially to keep up with the modernized version of the game. Like, I feel like, I guess you could still get away with, running the normal spread and running some passes here and there. But I feel like, especially with the amount of athleticism and the amount of athleticism levels that are going up in today's NFL, you really need an innovative offensive scheme for your offense. Because if you don't, then you're not going to win games. I mean, look at here's a perfect example. Look at Nate Hackett's offense from 2023 and 2024. We were abysmal on offense. Half of that was because of the quarterback play in 2023, yes. But when we finally got our quarterback back, our offense just couldn't produce that well. I mean, it's because of this old style of offense that's just spread and passing or running inside zone. That's not really, in my opinion, that's fine, but it's not going to get you to a Super Bowl anymore. I really don't, unless you're the Kansas City Chiefs, which, by the way, they're starting to drift away from that. They're starting to become a new offense, a new style offense, if you say. I mean, they've been doing that since 2019, actually. I like how the thing about the Chiefs that I like, though, is they mix it. They mix the original spread shotgun offense, but they also spill in a lot of new offensive schemes in. For perfect example, I believe this was Super Bowl 54, so this was 5 years ago. Where I believe Mahomes ran the ball. It was a triple option, I believe. Mahomes faked it to Kelsey, and Damian Williams, the running back at the time for Kansas City, was right there. Mahomes was about to pitch it, ran into the end zone. Again, a lot of people know the triple options. That's just an example. But I feel like I have to think of another one. If I think of another one, I'll tell you guys maybe in next video or next offensive video I make. Because I'm planning on doing an offensive, how I see the Jets offense to look like this upcoming season. So that's I would assume that's going to be my next video. So if I find the play, I'll go over it there. But anyway, so somewhat back to Malachi Corley. Some ways I believe that the Jets can utilize Malachi Corley correctly this season is through RPOs, jet sweeps, bubbles, etc. I feel like that's where he shines the best. I mean, take a look at it. Take a look at his college days. He was very good at those jet sweeps, bubbles, and RPOs. Like if you look at Malachi Corley's college tape, I found a few plays were on them that I was really impressed with his work there. Again, with those short, quick routes, I really feel like that's where Corley is gonna play best there, especially because, again, if we're gonna have a run first offense, you need to have those quick plays in there, and why not put him at RPOs, jet sweeps, and bubbles? And in the struggles that he had last season, I will say his best plays came from jet sweeps. Like, literally, look at the Texans game. Again, I know he dropped the ball in the end zone, but I mean, he still made a play off of that. You have to count that. You cannot count that out because of one mistake. Yes, it was a big mistake, but you can't completely count that out, So that's just my opinion on it. And let's go to Isaiah Davis now. All right, so let's talk about Isaiah Davis now from last season. Isaiah Davis is interesting because I really think he has sky-high potential with the Jets, but the con about it is he has so much competition with them. I feel like if he didn't have that much competition, he'd be easy RB1 this season any day of the week. Like, if I had a choice between Isaiah Davis or Zonovan Bam Knight or Austin Walter, or Josh Adams even, I'm taking Isaiah Davis 9 times out of 10, maybe even 10 times out of 10. I think Davis has so much potential, and not a lot of Jet fans see that. So I'm here to go over some of the things with you and see if I can prove to you guys that maybe you guys should start believing in Isaiah Davis as well, and how I think the Jets can utilize him. So anyway, Davis here, he's interesting because I feel like he's very versatile. I love his versatility. Excuse me. Sorry for moving the mic. But I love his versatility, love his elusiveness, I love his speed, and I love his vision. His vision is awesome. His vision is so underrated this past season. He had such great plays with his vision that I was even impressed that a third-string rookie would have that with such minimal NFL experience. I thought he had great vision, especially for an NFL rookie. So let's take a look at some of his stats from last season, then I'll show you some of his runs from last season. So here are some of Isaiah Davis's stats from last season. You see, he had 30 carries for 174 yards, 1 touchdown. His average was 5.8 yards per carry for 30 carries. I think that is great, especially for 30 carries, 5.8 yards. I think that's good for a running back, especially in the NFL. Obviously, I think he's going to improve over time as his career goes on. I cannot wait to see what Isaiah does this season with the Jets. So now, since I just showed you his stats, let's go over to Isaiah Davis's runs here. So I got this video. I'm going to get credits to this video that I'm about to show you for Danger Zone. Danger Zone, amazing content creator, amazing New York Jets content creator. Love Danger Zone. Go check him out on YouTube at Danger Zone. This video is from his film breakdown with Isaiah Davis. Thought I'd just use it in the video to get some good examples of it. So credits to this video that I'm about to play from the YouTuber Danger Zone. Again, amazing New York Jets content creator. So let's take a look at some of the clips from Isaiah Davis from last season. Again, great vision here. You can take a look at some of the vision he had. Look at this versatility here. Just look at this. Isaiah Davis, I think, is just a beast. I think if he really gets a good offensive coordinator, he will thrive in the league. This is personally my favorite play. Look at that vision. Look at that hole he just got through in minimal time. He had like maybe not even a second to react, and he was able to get that. Like I love that vision. Even here, he didn't go into the pocket collapse, or he didn't go into the collapsing hole. He realized it right away and bumped outside and got a little extra, maybe 7 yards. Here, great vision again, reading those blocks well, staying on his feet. I just love the way Isaiah Davis plays, honestly, and I'm so excited to see how the Jets use him this season. Great vision, good hole, boom, easy first down right there. Awesome run there by Isaiah Davis. Again, let's see here, great read, easy about maybe 9-10 yards. Great vision by Davis, great vision right there, going on the outside, bumping on the outside there. So I think those are just a few runs that I put together from Danger Zone's video. Again, credits to Danger Zone for that video. Go check out his YouTube channel. Amazing New York Jets content creator. So yeah, those are just some examples I have of Isaiah Davis's true potential in the NFL, because you saw in some of those clips his vision is not like so quick as a snap. He didn't even have a second to he didn't even really have a second to react, and he reacted perfectly. I think that's something that Breece Hall really struggled with last season, was vision, especially during that Buffalo game on Monday Night Football at home. Breece Hall really struggled with vision last year, and speed as well. Isaiah Davis is really fast. Breece Hall is struggling with speed, so I wouldn't be surprised if Isaiah Davis maybe even starts playing to the same level as Breece Hall this season. And I wouldn't be surprised. I honestly, in my opinion, this might be a hot take for some Jet fans. I wouldn't be surprised if Isaiah Davis beats out Braylon Allen for that RB2 spot. I really wouldn't. I mean, I've seen more from Isaiah Davis this past season than Braylon Allen last season. I'm sorry, I had to say it. What do we see? And again, I know this isn't completely Braylon Allen's fault. He tried the best he can. I'm not saying I'm not dissing any of these guys here. If you guys are confused, I love Braylon Allen. I love what he did last season when he did shine. Love Breece Hall. I really want the Jets to extend him. Unfortunately, I don't see it, but I really want the Jets to extend him because I really think he has potential. Isaiah Davis, I love a lot on the roster here, but Braylon Allen, I mean, what did he really show you outside those 2 touchdowns from Tennessee? I can't really name something that he really showed me. I mean, to be honest, I'm sure there's something, but nothing comes to mind immediately. No memorable moments come to mind with me like they do with Isaiah Davis. So that's why I really be surprised if Isaiah Davis really beats out Braylon Allen for that RB2 spot after training camp and after the preseason. So going back to Breece Hall and Isaiah Davis, let's say Isaiah Davis does get bumped to RB2. I feel like Davis and Hall, especially with his run-first offense, are really going to have that dual-threat running back job, receiving and rushing, because I feel like both guys can do both, kind of like a 1-2 punch combo. And so, you know, if Davis is going to succeed with the Jets, this is how I believe he'll do it. So, you know, Davis thrived at South Dakota State in a run-heavy system built on physicality, inside zone, and gap and power concepts. So, like, he's kind of like a north and south running back, I guess you could say. Because that fits perfectly with the Jets offense that emphasizes ball control and downhill running. Like I said, north and south running back. If Isaiah Davis can produce that, Davis will get at least maybe a little bit around his average of 5.8 yards per carry, maybe even more. You know, especially because when you have a quarterback like Justin Fields win this run-first offense, because Justin Fields is at his best when the play-action game is effective and the run game. If you take a look at Justin Fields' play-action play, he's amazing at that. I absolutely love watching Justin Justin Fields in the play action and running. So I feel like that, you know, if you use Justin Fields and Isaiah Davis to their full potential in the running and passing game, like a dual threat, I think honestly it will be a deadly duo together. And again, Davis's success running between the tackles can force linebackers to bite, opening up throwing lanes off bootlegs and RPOs. Reading that from my notes right there. Basically, in a nutshell, if they, you know, let's say the Jets run an RPO, let's add Malachi Corley to this conversation here. Let's bring Corley and Davis into the same conversation. So let's say the play is an RPO to Malachi Corley or Isaiah Davis, because it's an RPO, run pass option. So let's say Fields decides to go with the bubble or something to Malachi Corley, right? So if Isaiah Davis goes in between, because again, he's a north and south running back, he loves to go inside most of the time. So let's say he makes the linebackers bite, basically saying that they're going to believe that Isaiah Davis is getting the ball. But Justin Fields just slings it right there to Malachi Corley to pick up a first down. I think that'll be an awesome way to pick up short yardage, but effective yardage, right? So what I mean by that is you can get 3 yards. If you get 3 yards every single play, you're guaranteed to get a touchdown that drive. 3 or 4 yards every play. So let's say 3 or 4 yards. You get 3 yards, that's 2nd and 7. You get 4 yards that play on an RPO or something, that's 3rd and 3. You get 3 yards, 1st and 10. There you go. It doesn't have to be always, oh, let's go try to score within 3 plays with a deep ball, then another medium route, then another deep ball in the end zone. If you take it slowly, because there's no, of course there's a time limit, but let's say like you're not really, because you can control how much time you possess the ball if you're wise with your offense. So if you really want to be effective, if you really want your offense to pace well, if you want your offense to click, be patient. I advise that to all offensive coordinators, even myself. I want the Jets to be patient with their offense. They don't have to start scoring right away. If you just, like I said, short yardage but effective yardage. That's what I'm saying. Short but effective yardage. That's what I live by when for an offense for a football team. That's what I live by. I think honestly that's probably the best way to build an offense, especially in today's football. But anyway, that's all I wanted to break down for you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Again, I'll probably make a video on the Jets' expected offense upcoming this season, probably this week. I'll probably do either tomorrow or Monday, because I will be gone from Tuesday to Saturday, so I won't be able to make a video for the majority of next week. I'll probably get a video out to you guys Tuesday or Sunday or Monday. This video is currently being published at 7:45 right now, so I'll get this edited for you guys and get it out as soon as possible. So, but anyways, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you guys liked that video, make sure to hit that like button. If you are new, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you all next time. Peace out, Jet fans.